Fireball, check, check, check. I think that's it.
Ollie,
All right,
are you ready
Faye.
to be not cursed?
That's food.
Yep, let's do this, Faye. You got this.
I would like to cast Alter Reality for a 9th level. Remove curse.
Okay. You know what you gotta do?
Cause spell,
You gotta do a spell attack roll, yeah?
yeah. Well, there's no button for that.
There's not. That's one thing they still haven't done yet. You just have to manually roll it. I can make a macro for it for you and put it on your actions bar. Or effects like Dispel Magic and stuff to make it like, I just name it.
I think you
spell
did.
attack.
Actually, let me just roll a Dispel Magic at 9th level.
Yeah,
I think you did make a.
I mean, you have 2 altered level spells a day, right?
Not yet.
Ooh, that's a good roll, though.
That is good. The news and bad news. Which would you like first?
Bad news.
Bad news. You want the bad news first?
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay. This is what happens. You're altering reality. You're essentially willing a reality where where Ollie isn't cursed, right? What happens in this situation is that succeeds. This absolutely succeeds. Have succeeded at doing exactly what you wanted to do, right? Now, I know it says duplicate. It essentially does one of the effects. You don't typically get to pick the effect, as alter reality is you're just trying to change something, and this is what it can do, right?
Yep.
So, what's actually happened? Is remove curse in a cold spell?
It is.
Okay. You do indeed create a reality where Ollie isn't cursed anymore. The reality in which you have done so is essentially something's a little different. You have you swapped places as Ollie in your timeline with another Ollie in another timeline. However, it's still the same Ollie. You get a sense that this isn't the Ollie that you've been with, but this Ollie was also with someone else, so mechanically, that just gives me a reason to use his new token. He looks a little different. A little older because he was 13, but it's a different Ollie.
Kazarek is taking frivolous notes as he sees you rip open reality and pull out another Ollie.
You swapped places with 2 of them. So you
Yeah,
did
exactly
what you wanted.
This
You
sounds,
altered your reality.
This sounds fascinating. Almost like I'm copying him for something.
Ollie, you're in your teens now. I'm going to say that you can have any new voice that you want to, but I'm using that art that you gave me for your teen side.
Yep. I'm cool with that.
Now, you're going to, honestly, the reality that you're coming from, almost the same thing's happening. Almost the same thing. The only difference is you were never cursed in that reality. So you never aged. You were technically a teen when you joined the original TikTok. And that's why there's a difference here. It kind of still places you in the situation where everything's almost the same, except for the fact that you were never cursed.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you know. Now, nothing changed for you. Like, you blinked your eyes, you opened your eyes, you're still around everyone. You do notice that Pei Ching has a caved-in skull, which is very weird. It wasn't like that a second ago.
You okay, Pei? Doing good?
Yeah, everything's fine. You seem to be. Well, I think that worked.
Dude, I feel so much better now. I'm no longer invisible, bro.
You got in taller, too.
Fascinating, Pei. I really need to get to, we're going to be taking a day at a time. I need to pick your brain about this, actually, because I'm working on this fantastic new device that could be really revolutionary. And your notes on how realities work could be potentially beneficial.
I'll be honest, it's at least partially just intuition for me. I don't really know what's happening.
Fantastic. I love working on intuition.
So is this Ollie or not Ollie? What happens to the other Ollie?
Look at
It's Ollie. Look at him.
Dude, what's wrong, guys? You okay? Dude. Hey, Macho. Kazrak, you look quite shorter, though. Not normal, but quite shorter, Kazrak.
It happens as dwarfs age.
Drogon's gonna speak to Ollie and be like, Ollie, you've gained weight.
Can Ollie still fly on Drogon?
Ollie's medium now, so I believe so, yeah.
I liked you better.
So
whenever-
they have to just be, the mount has to be one size larger.
Okay.
I liked you better when you weren't as tall as me. This is. Any case.
This is very confusing.
Well, let me explain it to a way you can understand Macho. You see, we didn't. This is Ollie, but he's an Ollie from a different reality that we dragged him from, apparently.
So he's not our Ollie in this reality.
No, fortunately, it's not the same, but he is the same. You see, there are different and infinitely alternate realities that all interconnect with our own. And to what I think happened, what I'm pretty sure what happened was we dragged a different Ollie out from a different timeline and dragged and switched it with ours. But they're the same person fundamentally. There may be slight differences, though.
Ollie, who killed the Cairn Lenorm?
I believe I did, if I remember, when that was quite a long time ago. Not so long ago.
Only 4 or 5 days ago.
Ollie, who's your favorite member of TikTok?
Drogon.
Smart.
Send him back. Send him back.
Kazarag, ever since you got shorter, you've been much more lippy. What's going on?
Lippy.
I just, ever since you ever thought that you really missed something really important and you don't know why, but you feel like there was something very important that you just didn't look hard enough to find, and it really bugs you.
Yawn. Boring. I'm gonna go I'm gonna chill out with Drogon. Do some fun stuff. Later, broskies. Flies off a little with Drogon because he gets bored.
The new Ollie seems a
Don't
little
go too far. We're resting here for
more
the
chill.
day.
Well, I guess that's what we get when we break reality.
Break it? I just changed it to my will.
Never play God, Pei Ching. Never play God.
Oh,
Why not?
I can, therefore I shall.
Dude, look at this.
Mortals have played God and became gods, so it's theoretically possible for Pei Ching to do the same thing. And wouldn't you like to be the friend of a god? Because
I mean, I would like to fight a god than to beat a god, but Pei Ching, you might be my next opponent.
I think you'd win.
I like your honest
you can
answer.
make a reality where his fists don't work.
Yeah.
Wait. I need to ask you, Ollie. So, in the other universe, how's TikTok doing?
The other universe.
Or reality?
Well, dude, so like the other universe, Kazrak's still pretty short. Macho, you're doing okay. You still have this odor because you refuse to shower that often. And Pei, your caved in skull doesn't look so caved in.
Must not have died fighting that bard.
Not so caved in.
Okay. Guys, rest. Mentioned that he had the tavern, so it gives you a night's stay. But going forward, if you want to stay more or come back and rest and train up, you got to pay coin. That's when you wake up. As far as you know, when everyone talks to you, it's only been a day here.
Okay. Yeah, but we have no idea how it's at the outside. All right. Let's head off then.
Mm-hmm.
To the back path to go.
Oh, boy, have I ever been unprepared for the crap that you guys are walking into. Oh, it's cold outside because it's raining. I turn my air
We
vent.
bought all these items and then we just die.
TPK, TPK.
It does line up. You're going to be gone next week, so you know.
Yeah, week off and then we can start something else.
The smell of rot and methane burns the nose well before this fetid pond comes into view. Large lily. Hold on a second. I gotta turn off this people talking shit that's messing with me. Here is. Have something for this? I have to, right? Is it? Did. Okay. Large lily pads float on the surface, and carnivorous plants line the water's edges, feasting on the many insects drawn to the stagnant pools and cloying mud. Unless you want to brave the wilds of these carnivorous plants, you'll need to brave the waters and cross over it. Yes.
Never mind. Okay, then, never
It doesn't
mind.
sense any illusions, though. I didn't roll a check for it. There's no illusions as far as you can tell.
Gotcha, okay. Well, I'm gonna throw down the canister. So, right there.
And Macho's gonna prepare for a grab.
Do I have to do an acrobatics check?
No, that's for creatures moving through it, unless it makes it. If the DC is 30, in case someone gets in the mist, but it won't be creating a mist. It's going to essentially freeze the surface of the water.
Gotcha. Alright, and then...
A couple of things happen. Something was living here, hiding beneath the waters. You were lying in wait as you worked to cross the waters, and you are currently seeking the conch of a deep depths fragment. At first, what you see is two separate heads of sort. They kind of look like dragons, right? It's like a dragon-like creature, just the head of one, protruding from the very opaque waters. And roll initiative.
I bet it's a Hydra.
Probably.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You don't say there was a monster here.
What are monsters?
I want our Ollie back.
Dude, don't be such a wuss. Let's do it already, bro.
We all rolled so bad.
We did roll bad, but at least we all are like close to each other.
Well, one of them got a natural 20. Let me go ahead and
Cough one.
I have a greater healer. I have greater pilgrim circle, which lets me go ahead of everybody, every initiative. You know, so just maybe the top real quick. You know.
what you see, as I said, was two heads. Right? What you see, and they didn't make themselves, they weren't trying to hide or anything, they were just under the water, or at least out of the perception, maybe just kind of barely moving like how alligators do. They're on two sides of the area that you're in. And as it starts, we'll see which one. Okay, this one. Where's your character sheet?
And all I get to drop the canister first, or no?
Ollie's currently pulling it out. As Macho Man moves up and you all move up as well, more than half the people are at the edge of the water, which is what triggered this. Okay. Yes,
Look at Ollie fucking up like usual.
Whoa.
Okay. So you see two
Call me
heads from
short.
two separate locations. What you're going to see immediately is 7 more heads rise from the water.
Oh.
Wow, called it.
Oh no, it's so close.
It's very
Yeah,
Mm.
and hey, we are right in breath range.
As they rise up, this presence of this creature with all these dragon heads covers this area in fear. And I need everyone, including Drogon and Ollie, to roll will saves.
I can finally use my thing. Do I have it still? I think I stole it. Damn it.
No, Drogon. Oliver. Why? Oh, Drogon. Really? Why? I guess
Not
I'll take-
accustomed to this, Ollie.
I'm not accustomed to this at all.
Ancient,
I'll
you've seen
take it.
scarier. Macho Man used to scarier as you critical successed it up. Ollie and Drogon both fail.
Why are the people that are closest to it the ones that are not afraid to it?
they were, because they're close to the water. Again, Drogon's only 5 feet off the water right now, so that Ollie, I would say maybe 8-something feet, something like that, so that Ollie can get this canister into the water. You both are frightened too, Drogon and Ollie.
Oh, dude.
Okay. What is this thing going to do? Okay.
Surrender?
From there. Got it. It's going to do a 2-action ability here to make a number of jaw strikes equal to the number of heads. Each against a different target. Let me check the distance. Okay, you're too far. We'll attack Pei-Ching, Kazric, and Macho from where it's at.
That range? Holy
Right.
crap.
It's got an incredible reach.
Wow.
Hold on. Immediately, I'm going to raise my shield because I'm going to have to block at least one of these for pay.
Okay, and then a 45 against Macho.
That is a hit.
Okay. Into order, 36 damage to Pei-Ching.
Paging, to remind us that by 19, because I'm going to shield block for you.
Okay.
So,
19,
work
20,
minus
so
19.
17 damage. 17 to the shield and to Pei-Ching.
Yep.
36 damage to Kazric.
Yep.
And 36 damage to Macho Man. It's a free action, as it has improved grab. Grabs each of you.
I'm going to react.
Ooh. Casting a 4th level spell, huh? And you are within 30 feet, aren't you? Yeah? Okay. Deals piercing, something, bleed. It's gonna make a will save. Oh, shit. Saving throw. Will. Boop. It has, critically failed.
Nice. Double the
Wow.
persistent, baby.
Double persist.
So 28 bleed. Okay, it's there. I type that so I can remind myself.
28% bleed. Paging, you're a god.
28.
Target's will, that's what I'm guessing.
Well, don't worry, I'm about to.
Hot garbage. It all grabs you. And it's going to spend its last action to swallow whole.
Oh.
All of us?
It would have done a random person, but Pei-Ching just did something to it. So it's going to attempt to swallow whole Pei-Ching. I was going to make it random, but, Pei-Ching's a whole. Okay, that's a 40 after the minus 10.
What is it trying to beat?
Fortitude DC.
That's a success.
Pei-Ching, this thing bites you, throws you up, and then just swallows you. You begin to slide down one of these heads' throat. As you are now,
Pei-Ching just sighs.
as you are now slowed one, having to hold your breath and grabbed.
Yep.
Okay, that was all of its actions. For the other one.
Wait, there's another one? Where?
Oh yeah, the other side of the water.
Oh.
No.
They don't really have to fight for food. Let's say that they do. As this one rises out of the water, you can see around one of the heads is a pendant, kind of embedded in its neck, like one of the scales. It's going to do another flurry, but it doesn't fight for the food, so it's going to be just an attack against Ollie and Drogon.
Yeah, Ollie, get your ass up. It's not a lot. You may go down again this round. You're up.
Okay.
Hold up. Don't heal yet.
I won't until you. Okay, I'm
You're up. Okay, here's my second interact action. Perfect. All right, so I touch. This is where it gets really dangerous, because my second interaction is to touch my. Is to interact with my. I think it's one action to interact with this.
2 action activity.
Damn. Okay, never mind. I can't do that then. Then with my one action, I guess I'll attempt to escape. I guess.
Okay.
48.
Oh.
48 is a success. You have shunted yourself free. It had its turn since you've been grabbed. You just climb out of its mouth, but you're in the water.
I'm still alive. And Ollie's
Still
alive,
alive.
too. No, Ollie's alive. But that's
Still
actually
alive.
worse. Ollie's coming by
You
himself.
breathe in your breath as you come out of it, but because you didn't have a chance to swim, you sink 10 feet. But you're in the water. You're out of its gullet.
And I look
Ollie's
up and I
alive.
see everyone's gone but me. Yeah.
It is Ollie's turn. For Ollie,
let's
at the
try
end of this
this.
round, you fall unconscious again.
I need escape. Kazrak, leave the mouth open for me.
A different mouth you'll probably find your way out of.
Oh, hell.
There you go,
Wow.
Ollie.
Ollie is out, also in the water.
Good lord. I can't swim, though. I don't have good athletics. What do I do?
Oh,
So if I
man.
don't, so what happens if I like, I don't know.
Ollie, come here
Stab
right
it.
now. Come here right
can't
now.
stab. I don't know how to fight. You know what? Scare to death. Let's see if it works. Scare this thing to death. All right, Oliver, you need to roll high for this. 53.
That's pretty high.
Oh, Jesus,
It's a
that's a
crit.
critical
That's a crit.
success. Incapacitation, slower level than you.
Oh.
Here comes its fortitude saving throw against DC 42?
My fortitude again.
Intimidation DC. What's your intimidation DC? Oh, I can tell you what you're doing.
45.
45. Okay, here it comes. Let's see if I got a 39.
Oh my god.
You just killed this one. It's dead.
That's
You
blood.
come out, you're at the top of the water, and you just give this thing a stare, and all of its heads turn to like stone, and then it sinks.
Oh my god.
Ollie,
One more, guys. Survive.
Nice.
Survive.
Ollie, here,
I'm
here,
sinking
yeah.
though, because I'm slowed, so I'm sinking.
Yeah, you sink. Hey, Chang.
Save me.
It's a heroic recovery.
5 and 2. This guys, two people went under the water. I don't think that it's within a good range to hit both of you, so it's going to move. Seeing people get spitted out and the other one just die.
Do we get the plus perks run into the water?
Yes. Kind of climbs up onto land here, and it's going to make a flurry attack. Let's say top to bottom. You guys have a plus 4 to your armor class. Here we go.
Oh god.
Okay. Against Ollie, I got a 46. Against
That hits.
Kazric, I got a 45.
You're gonna miss me.
Okay.
Well,
Yes.
you're gonna miss me. Oh, I don't have to raise my shield. Never mind. So, but
Oliver, if your resistance, that comes out to be 30 damage.
I have 29 health left. Good
I
night.
know. That
Oh,
It's dying
Dying
4. You have Die Hard, right?
I have died.
You're still okay for a little bit, but it does grab you. It is now the other one's turn, who is dead.
Yeah.
I looked at their level,
Alright,
I'm like
so
level 18
Do I see Ollie?
incapacitation.
Do I see Ollie dying here?
Through the creature that's also sinking, you can see him sinking, but you see him get attacked through the water, like a head rips into the water going from the
Do I
north over
see?
here.
I see blood though, right?
There's a lot of blood. I mean, but you did see a head strike in and some bubbles.
Yeah, but the head didn't come back up, right? So it's obviously grabbing him.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay. Can I feed him a healing potion underwater? Is the thing here?
You could swim to him, draw a potion, and feed. No, he couldn't swallow because he'd just be swallowed in water too and drown.
All right, then 3 actions.
You could swim up and then Megaton strike the head.
No, I can't. Hold up. I can't see him at all under here. I have greater dark vision, so can I see him at all?
You can see him, but because he's
Perfect.
underwater,
I'll use my 3 actions then. I can see Ollie. I'm doing all as one. All is one. One is all. Ollie and me are going to switch. Are going to distribute HP between us evenly. So Ollie, you're going to get.
Shit. Okay.
Ollie, you're going to get. I'm going to give you 50
It's
HP.
54.
I'm gonna keep
It's
50
54.
HP.
It's 54.
Okay.
Oh yeah. We'll give all
Patrick, you have
50
55, and then Ollie has 54.
And now I'm
54,
drowning
okay.
because I didn't swim.
Thank you.
That's
Holding your breath, technically.
Oh god.
have a number of rounds equal to your con plus 5 or whatever.
Yeah, Ollie, you come on. You don't know why you came up, but you
Your con modifier.
feel some kind of, you feel like the power of the Magambian just rushes in you, and Kazarek is if you can see him, he looks significantly worse. Like he gave you his life force. You feel rejuvenated, but you feel like, yeah. Well, I had to share my life force with you.
Oh wait, it says you cast the spell, right?
Yeah.
So now you're drowning.
Well, it says you can. Wait, hold up. It says you can. You cast all as one. Yeah, you cast. Yeah, I'm drowning.
So you are drowning now. You're unconscious.
Yeah.
At the end of your turn, you need to roll a DC. It's DC 20 right now. It's a 25 and 2.
So, are you both drowning?
No,
no, wait. Ollie is out of air. Ollie is out of air, so he goes unconscious at the end of his turn for sure.
Okay.
Ollie, you have to kill the thing with you. You have to scare it to death.
I mean, what? Okay. I gotta
the only way.
I gotta escape.
More than that, he's underwater, so he wouldn't be able to. I mean, he could stare at it and scare, right? It's scared.
I'm gonna act.
He's got intimidating glare.
I have intimidating glare. I'm gonna try acrobatics first, just to see if I can escape, and if not, then I'm scared to death.
Wait, no, you don't want to do that. Because if you fail, you critically fail. You can't do anything, but
well, no, it's worse than that. He's already out of air because he fell unconscious, which means that he's going to go unconscious at the end of his turn because he's underwater.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You don't want to. Well, I guess you could try to escape. Yeah, you can go and try.
But if I crit fail, I can't do anything the rest of the round.
No. If you crit fail your escape check, you just can't escape for that round.
Okay.
At the end of your round, regardless of what you do, unless you have access to air, you're going to fall unconscious. You're already out of air.
Okay.
You were underwater.
You have to escape and try to get to the surface, and then scare death him.
I'm escaped.
Wow,
escaped.
nice.
You're no longer grabbed by it. You wiggle free.
So I have to spend an action to get up to the air?
You have to swim 10 feet up, which essentially is an athletics check.
Oh, God.
You got this.
Yeah,
okay, I do got it. Okay.
If you go down,
it's very low DC. You swim up, this thing will lash out at you while you're swimming to try to attack of opportunity to you as you're trying to get to the surface of the air here. A plus 40 armor class, it's a 42.
That plus 4 does not hit. My AC is 43 with plus 4.
All right, you're up there.
Get to the air, you're no longer suffocating.
Intimidating glare. Let's see how much feet that is. I believe it's 30 though. Damn it.
Well, no, you want to scare to death. That's what you want.
Oh, scare to death is.
But it's 30 feet.
30 feet, and I am. Damn it!
Oh.
Oh.
How far can you move in a swim?
10 feet on the success for every. A critical 6 would be 15. I think.
Could you have moved 5 forward as well?
Yeah, can you move up horizontally? Yeah.
It's only 10 feet down, yeah. He
Okay,
critically succeeded anyway.
Now I'm gonna scare you to death. Okay.
All right. You have 1 hero point, so if you needed to get a high roll ever, this is when you need to do it.
Nope.
Oh.
Hero point back, and I rolled a 2.
Not going to save for heroic recovery, because if you go down again, that's it. You're
If he
done.
goes down,
We're either gonna live or we're all gonna die together.
Risk it for the
if he goes
biscuit.
down, we're all gonna die. There's nothing we can do at this point.
Live together or we die together.
Yep.
We live.
Woo!
No, it still has to make the save.
Oh.
God, here comes the fortitude save. DC 45. I got a 44.
We really survived this. Oh my God.
Thank you for that.
It dies.
Intimidation.
It fucking dies. This area, the water's nasty, but at least you're in an area where you're.
No,
not
I know,
getting
but I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I feel like I'm in danger, so I'm dragging everybody back.
Okay.
We nearly
We
died.
do that. I
If
want
you
to
drag them back towards away from shore.
Okay,
Some of
fine,
the
whatever.
carnivorous
We're
plants
fine.
start
We're
snapping,
right here,
yeah.
whatever, fine, whatever.
Listen to this,
Everybody
guys.
get up.
Let me tell you what the water was doing. It's called crimson ooze. It's essentially a fungus that infects your hands. You can cure it by amputating a hand before it reaches stage 4, or it's a virulent disease. It's pretty nasty. Stage 1 is clumsy 1. Stage 2 is clumsy 2. And anytime you use the infected hand, you take persistent bleed damage. Stage 3 is Clumsy 2, Stupefied 2, and you can't even use the infected hand. Stage 4 is Clumsy 3, Stupefied 3, and you can never use that hand again.
Wow.
Stage 5 is you're confused. The fungus has gotten to your brainstem, and image does not end the confused condition. You're always permanently confused at that point. And then stage 6 is death.
Oh God.
It was what's in the water.
Good thing we know I failed.
We're going to
This is G1 right here, where my first marker is the bottom left. It was a mine with lava and molten stuff. Then you get to a jungle, and then you get to like a plateau, a clearing, and then a swamp, and now we're at a sandy desert. As you guys are crossing across this desert, following this path, off to the left, at the bottom of one of the sandy dunes, you can see a pile of statues, shattered into pieces, each depicting a female figure. Some of the pieces look very familiar. They all look like statues of Al Jin. Yeah. There's pieces of there's many of them. It's not her because it's many statues. There are pieces of metal. There's pieces of gold. Also, lots of jewels protruding from the sand in that area. It's like they have been sliding down to a central point. How sand dunes do. If you guys ever put anything on the sand dune,
you said gold and gems, huh?
Among the broken statues is there's also a mirror sinking into the sand. There is what looks to be the top of a chest. You can only barely make out the crest of the triangle of like one of the sides or maybe one of the corners kind of buried inside of it. What you say?
I mean, look, this might be a trap.
This is most definitely a trap.
Super trap. Let's go.
But I have to put down my goggles and let's go.
Get down there. You're hitting me for the treasure chest first, or are you going for all the jewels and stuff that you see?
I want the treasure chest first.
Okay. Patrick, you step up to the... do you help him, Macho? Do you want to pull the chest for you?
Sure, yeah. One hand.
Okay, cool. You both go down there, you grab up the chest, pull it out, something happens.
Of course it does. But...
Now, this is what's interesting. Oliver, Pei Chang, Drogon. Have you noticed anything? Have you noticed what happens here? Only Macho notices this. So I would say that Kazrak, you're the first one.
We don't have tremor sense.
Kazrak, I need you to roll a reflex save.
That's fine, man. I'm just so happy there's treasure.
I think this might be where I have to end it.
Hold up. I have one hero point.
You still have a hero point?
Hey,
after all this?
Mind you, there's no danger to a failure or a critical failure here. It's the same thing.
I don't know that.
I'm just letting you know as a player, because this is probably going to be where we end it.
But I have one hero point. I might as well use it.
Okay.
Because they don't transfer over. So 40.
As you reach down to pick up the chest, you guys are talking Macho. Something changes in Kazrak. As he's speaking, we immediately see his hands vibrate briefly, and then even the color of his skin looks just a tad bit different. You look at him, and his eyes are red. Kazrak, you feel yourself get pulled into the mirror.
I knew it! I knew that mirror had something to do with this. This is bullcrap.
This is very bad. We're going to roll for initiative. Kazrak, you don't get to do anything in this combat.
Oh?
You've been pulled into the mirror. You can't do anything.
Oh, nothing bad's going to happen if you fail.
So, did you guys do anything?
Oh no, Oliver, are you there?
Oh, I'm here. Did you say if Pace found something with his 48?
Pei didn't find anything in that 32 count.
Okay, seeing that Pei went down, Oliver and Drogon, one action together, will go down together. A Drogon flying above Oliver taking the long route and walking down next to Pei.
It's going to be right next to Pei?
Pei, yeah, next to Pei.
Okay. You're kind of next to him. I don't have the map over that direction, but you're there. I guess
Okay,
Drogon's kind of holding up the rear.
Yep, and then I guess Drogon's gonna fly a little bit more so we can see what's happening towards where Macho and
So originally, you don't know anything's happening, but
we don't know?
they literally walk 70 feet and then nothing happened, and now you're following?
Oh, okay. If nothing happened, I'm gonna stick next to Pig. Be like, okay, we'll be together,
You
Pig.
haven't seen anything, that's what I was asking. Because this is happening, Macho just saw this happen, essentially.
Okay.
Macho, something's different about Kazric. I don't know what. There's a red glow in his eyes, almost. Just kind of glaring at you as you both are reaching for this chest.
I thought he got sucked into the mirror.
He did. You didn't see that.
Oh, okay.
There's still a Kazarek with you.
There was just a brief, like, you ever see, like, the Flash, like, when he vibrates his hands kind of thing? That's what it looked like for, like, the briefest of seconds, and now his eyes are glowing red.
You feeling okay, Kazrak? That's probably what he would ask.
Feeling fine, friend.
Yeah, he would just continue just grabbing all the stuff that Kazrak wants him to grab, chest, mirror, everything.
Alright, he doesn't seem to have stopped anything. You both were pulling up the chest gets pulled through. A little bit more of it's coming out of the dirt. It kind of looks like maybe I would say a storage chest. What do they call it? Like oh my god, what do they call the chest that you put at the foot of a bed? What do they call those?
Dresser?
Well, I'm sorry, what'd you call it? The second one?
Dresser?
Foot locker,
It's more
they
like
said?
a trunk. Or like a trunk, maybe?
Yeah.
So like a trunk. It's kind of like a trunk. And that you're seeing it. And you're feeling, when you're pulling it, you're very strong. Patrick's not helping you. He has his hand on it. He's just kind of glaring at you. You keep trying to pull the chest up?
Yeah, I would say, you feeling okay? You're not pulling your own weight like you normally do. Especially for treasure.
Smiles. Is that right?
Yes.
Silly me.
He would just continue. He didn't see anything too off.
Right. You get the chest free, and it's indeed like a trunk, like maybe a wardrobe trunk. That's what it looks like.
So what do you think is in here?
Who knows? What do you think?
You should try to
By the
open
way,
it
this
first.
is Kazrick's voice. I'm not going to try to mimic his voice.
You could write the text to Kazar and make him speak it for you.
So for the rest of you guys coming down the hill, it looks like two people lifted a chest. You don't know that Kazrick's not pulling his weight, like lifting on his end.
That's nothing new, though.
Exactly. Yeah. So, Macho, essentially 3 actions, you pulled his chest free. It's now up out of the dirt in front of you, between the two of you. He doesn't look at the treasure at all. He's just looking at you. Kazrick's turn. Draws his axe. And he megaton strikes you.
Oh.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, we're gonna just swing at you here. We'll say that you are flat-footed because you weren't expecting this.
Pretty much.
And he's holding his chest up too.
I missed. I think a 38 to your flat-foot misses, right?
Yep,
Well,
pretty
first
much.
of all, he couldn't do it two-handed because he's got a hand on the chest.
Oh, you're trying. Yeah, you're right. Well, the chest has been pulled up, but I said he drew the weapon, so he essentially let go of the chest to draw the weapon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It looks like for a second that he was going to swing at the chest, maybe to break it open. But you guys probably don't have a thievery person. Something happens. I need a reflex save from Macho Man. Okay, Macho Man. You feel something pulling at you, and you look over at the mirror, and you see yourself in the mirror with red eyes. And you can feel yourself being pulled, like Kazrick was pulled, and you resist it. Something isn't right. That mirror. And that is what I think we're going to end the session with A-Chain's turn next round, as you just saw Kazrick swing at Macho. And then Macho kind of look at the mirror. Macho, do you say anything aloud, by the way?
Of course. Like, whoa, watch where you're swinging that thing. Jeez, you almost got my head off. Aim at the chest next time.
Yeah, but But, I mean, come on, Macho. Like, I mean, out of character. I said I've been talking all about how I wanted to look at this treasure and everything, and then I say, "Oh, I don't care about the treasure." Like, this is obviously weird.
Yeah, that's
Macho
obviously
might not be as
weird.
perceptive as you think he
But I
is.
wouldn't sit here and punch you to death. I've been asking you, hey, are you feeling okay? What's wrong? You
No,
know?
I get that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, even from your perspective, think about it. Like, Kyler's been talking about this whole time. Oh, I can't wait to see what's in this treasure. And then, like, when you asked me about it, like, what do you think? He wasn't even talking. I was just talking about what I wanted to be in the treasure chest, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm not even interested in talking about it. I was all super giddy about it just a minute ago.
And Macho would be, of course, weirded out, but again, he would ask what's wrong.
I'm
If
just
anything's wrong.
saying, I'm just saying, it's fine. You can do whatever you want. But,
Okay, how about this? What would you do if you were Macho? Just hypothetically.
You'd probably try to restrain him, but I mean, I don't know your character, so you do whatever. I was just saying, like, it's
So
definitely
you
weird
want me
to
to
think
choke
about-
hold you just because you don't feel like opening a treasure chest? Is that correct?
I slapped you with my weapon, so. But
I mean, you missed.
It's been defeated already.
Ah,
Leaving
okay.
behind evil mirror of evil.
Evil mirror here. Do you guys know what this evil mirror is? Does anyone have an idea of what this is? Has anyone read any of the books?
The Black Mirror.
No. Okay, so I don't know what this is, but like I know in D&D the beholders used to have mirrors like this, so I'm thinking something like that.
I can pretty much tell you.
Doctor Strange mirror dimension type situation.
Yeah.
Evil Kazrak is outside, good Kazrak is inside.
But this is what I think it is. The thing is going to be worth so much money.
Of course it is. It's a horrific cursed item, but it's worth a lot of
a
money.
second ago, though, there were statues of Hal Jin here, right?
Yeah.
You think this is maybe her Demi plane that he took?
There's no lore ever in this situation, so you guys won't know it. Technically, they worked together for the longest time building demi planes, and he would put statues of himself up while she made some of herself. And when the things happened, essentially, he destroyed everything at first. It was left over, and then just dumped it here.
Gotcha. Well, either way.
Ow.
Mm-hmm.
So, mechanically, so I think I should tell you this, but there's nothing that you guys are going to be able to do about this. You have to make sure that you don't use player knowledge here. This is a dimensional dark side mirror.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I think I just killed Kazrak.
Don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is, and I don't know
Essentially-
why. That kills
Because
Kazrak.
so he has been replaced with an evil version of himself from the mirror dimension.
Yeah.
Not a plane of existence, a whole dimension. Essentially, it's a parallel to yours. He is being pulled into it. Within 10 minutes, he can be pulled free if his duplicate's been killed with a legendary thievery check. You can disable the mirror, stop the mirror, but he's still being pulled into the dimension. So, once he's there, 10 minutes after a creature is sucked into the mirror, if an ally doesn't rescue the creature with thievery, it reaches the other dimension, where it might be captured or killed. The mirror dimension, you count as a mirror duplicate over there. And, well, it's an evil dimension.
We dispel magic it.
You can dispel magic to turn off the mirror, but it doesn't return him. He's still there.
So not only do we have to kill him, we have to use a legendary thievery to put him back in.
We are so gonna fall, man. We need that 20 that we can't even. No.
You can't
No,
even
no.
do it without
You
No,
can't
legendary
even
thievery.
attempt
Can't even try.
No.
You can't even try because you have to have
Thievery
legendary
Master
thievery
can
to-
disable the mirror permanently, but it doesn't return them. It even mentions here, if an ally doesn't rescue the creature with thievery, it reaches the other dimension. So in 10 minutes, Kazrak's will be on the other side, and then he's going
What
to...
we
Kazrak
could
is still-
do, is we could do the same thing we did for Ali. Perhaps we could alter reality and hope we can get another Kazrak.
I think that's the only way to be able to do it, but it won't be you anymore. It's like it isn't Ollie anymore.
I mean, to be fair, with what I'm going to be doing at level 20, it makes sense though.
I'm trying to
Even
think
wh-
of what it would be. It would be like you have to swap for a reality where Kazrak didn't get sucked in, but what would be the ramifications for that? Because like Ollie is now with everyone else, so only other situation, Ollie doesn't really know he's been swapped, right? Other people are going to see Ollie as a teenager come through. Ollie's going to be asking questions, and then like Kazric and technically Pei-Ching are going to be the ones who figure it out because there was the casting of it. In this situation, trying to think of Ollie on the other side. Ollie, you're continuing to determine is normal in the other reality, right? You're just aging until it can be removed, which you probably won't be until you get done, and you're going to be an adult essentially once you can get to a situation where you can. This situation, I'm wondering because you would swap with a Kazric who didn't swap, but Kazric still exists in this reality.
Well, maybe one of the other teams has a legendary thievery.
We need to.
The other teams are on the outside of this demi-plane. That you're
We have to get you out within 10 minutes.
Yeah, that too.
No, what I'm saying is we can swap with another dimension of Kazric whose team has a legendary thief. I'm sure there is a dimension where a certain character maybe didn't die.
That's just it. If he swaps you don't have thievery. Like I don't know if Kazric would ever put points into thievery.
No.
At that point.
Oh, you're
then he'd
saying
have to swap
Kazric has
Macho,
to make
and then
thievery
Macho wouldn't be losing thievery. No, someone else has to pull you free.
Yes, I'm sure there's a different timeline where someone maybe has legendary thievery.
You're talking about like Macho, who would give up his.
I don't know.
And
Back
it would have to be a different. It had to be a very variable timeline, but I'm sure there maybe is one.
I mean, that would be probably the easier way to do it, but yeah, he would lose one of his other skills. What are your three that you're good at? Performance,
survival.
Athletics?
Let's see. Athletics.
No, it wouldn't be survival. You should have 2 legendary right now, right?
Yep. Acrobatics and athletics.
You would give up one of those.
Or the day plane.
We don't know.
And if you left this demi-plane, you wouldn't really have a way back because you had to use the dragon's power to get here with the ship.
No, I'm talking about teleporting back to the
market.
A market, hoping they have somebody there. Or potentially, like I said, you could alter reality and maybe pull another Kazric out.
But you have to switch to 2 Kazrics. That's the thing that we always keep talking about.
Because of what Kazric's working on as level 20 feet, it's potentially possible there is a Kazric who's already level 20.
That's the thing I'm trying to figure out is because right now this Kazric, the one he would swap with, is an evil Kazric. So to keep it evil, he'd essentially swap with another evil Kazric. I'm trying to think of how you guys get out of this. Like the best way would have been if you both passed a reflex save, but
I mean, Macho knows something's up with the
I can't
mirror.
help it.
Well, yeah, Macho would have to, somebody would have to come down here, identify what's going on. They would tell me we need legendary.
You know what's going on, Macho. You saw me get dragged in. You saw.
No, I did not.
Oh, you got dragged in. That's what you felt. He just saw you shimmer for a brief moment.
Okay, he saw, but
I see my evil self in the mirror, though.
Yeah, he felt a presence pulling him towards the mirror, and he resisted. He looks at the mirror, seeing his reflection with red eyes.
So I don't see you in the mirror. I see myself. So
we have to identify the problem, and then we have to find somebody who's good enough to fix it, which we don't have. So
and then we got to beat Kazric in the meanwhile within 10 minutes, which we can. We got it. Yeah, we can.
You can definitely kick my ass within 10 minutes.
Yeah, we have
to. Just target me with like damage spells. It'll be easy, but like Pei-Ching knows what resistance I can't resist. I can shield block his force damage, but it's eventually going to wear me down, especially if it's just me versus everybody. It'll definitely kick my ass.
I'm just going to scare you to death again, just call it a day.
I'm okay with him changing.
So he could be one of the yokai. There's literally a village full of people. It's not like going to be like any George or anything like that. It's going to be an odd race. At the very least, just to help you out in this situation. But I'll have to figure it out next time because I was like, oh, Kazric's running down there first. I hope that Macho goes. I'm walking with him. I'm like, Kazric comes in. He's walking head first. It's gonna hit Kazric. Let's see. You rolled that 30. I'm like, okay, he's got a hero point. Let's see what happens. He's just got to get this save. He'll be fine. And then 38, and I'm like, oh. Okay, they'll be fine. They just have to kill the Miro duplicate. And then I read what it actually is. It's by the way, a lot of people are saying this is a very overpowered hazard, but hazards are meant to be
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How did
I looked it
anybody
up.
else pass this
I looked it up
hazard,
after-
like in your other
I looked it up
games?
afterwards just because of just to see. Yeah, people were complaining about it, and I.
Well, they're saying that the DC is really easy to make, and it's really bad in another campaign where you run into it at level 13, but it's a different version. It's not dimensional.
Well, even at level 13, yeah, 13 you're a little lower. All I have
13,
to
you
do
don't
was
have
roll.
legendary.
All I have to do was roll a 10. I mean, if I had a 50% chance, I had a 40% chance. So that's not bad odds. You generally, I mean, yeah, it sucks, but it sucks for me, but
Those are bad odds, but yes.
it's bad odds, but also that's not, generally speaking, it wouldn't be, if it was a critical failures when usually it sucked. It just happened that it was a bad hazard, and we don't have any to buy the thievery.